Game week 1 is in the books. Liverpool's opener, a massive upset, and some early FPL dilemmas. Let's break down the winners, the shockers, and who could rise in your squad. Liverpool kicked off things with fireworks. Ekitike scored in his debut, Gakpo added a second, then Bournemouth pulled level with a Semenyo brace. Federico Chiesa's goal and Salah's late strike sealed a 4-2 win. Salah's goal also saw him tie with Andy Cole on the all-time Premier League goal scorers list. I think Salah's last-minute goal was a welcome relief to the many people who captained him. We're hoping that he will be able to carry on his fantastic run of scoring on the opening day of the season. Strong positives were Salah, Ekitike and Gakpo, but watch Liverpool's defensive frailty. They look like they're going to concede plenty of goals this season as well, unless something changes. In what for some was a surprise result, promoted Sunderland smashed West Ham 3-0. The backline stood tall, while goal scorers Ballard, Isidore and Mayenda proved class, with fans backing them every move. Maybe a potential pick in here to get some low ownership Sunderland players into your team. Adringer did very well for me this weekend, as I'd hoped, and I think he'll carry on being a force. As I said in my preview video, I really do fancy Sunderland to be the best of the promoted teams this season, so they've got off to a fantastic start. West Ham, a little bit disappointing. They did in the first half create some good chances and could have actually been in the lead. Maybe not panic station just yet, but that is the heaviest defeat Potter has had at West Ham. So let's just watch how they progress over the coming weeks. But Diouf nearly did get that debut goal that we were hoping for. So here's to next week. Never write-offs Manchester City, and they've reminded everyone why they've been champions so many times with a 4-0 victory over Wolves. New signing Tijani Reinders scored and created one while Haaland netted a brace. City's bench strength and balance are shining already. Reinders is a cheap midfield differential, as I mentioned in my video last week. He's definitely going to be jumped upon by lots of players now. Haaland, always a consistent player to have in your team. I had him. He's got me a couple of goals, plenty of points. And I just think you're foolish not to have him. He's going to score plenty of goals, and yeah, City look like they could be in a bit more of a swing this season, but we'll have to wait and see. The final game on Sunday saw Arsenal triumph at Old Trafford. They just edged United out 1-0 thanks to a Calafiori header. No real big points coming from this game. Obviously, Arsenal carried on with their tradition of getting clean sheets, and obviously Salibas and Gabriels of this world are good players to have. In the fullback areas, it's probably going to be a bit more fluid, whether it's going to be Timber or White or Lewis Skelly or Calafiori. We're going to play in there. So if you are going to think about bringing in Arsenal defenders, I think Gabriel and Saliba are your two sort of sure bets that are going to play each week. I do think the United attackers did look sharp today. I think Mbeumo and Cunha will get goals. Might be worth getting on them once Manchester United get those difficult early games out of the way. It's again what we talked about last week. So Arsenal defenders again is something to potentially look at, and United attackers maybe around game week 4 or 5. So there it is. Barring the game between Everton and Leeds, the game week 1 results are in. How have you done? I've not done too bad so far. I'm on 70 points. Good points from Haaland, obviously with his brace. Salah, obviously with the goal and being captain as well. Cucurella got good 9 points as well. A good clean sheet there. He could have actually scored in the first few minutes as well. Adringer with an assist. Anderson started off really well as well with an assist. It looked really, really good, really sharp. There's a couple of obviously tweaks that we might sort of make going into week 2. I think the biggest worry for us and for me so far, and probably for everyone else, is Cole Palmer again. I just don't think he's being utilised in the right place at the moment in time. He seems to be sort of not having the opportunity to cut more in on from the right, where I think he's sort of stronger. Seems to be playing in more sort of the left side of the 10, and I just don't think that suits him at all. I just think they're potentially going to have to try and get him back out into that stronger position. Again, he's one to sort of potentially watch. Really frustrating because in the Club World Cup he looked back to his best, but he was sort of seems to be playing in that position. But Enzo Fernandez was in there again. And that's obviously going to be a bit of a worry. So yeah, going into game week 2, obviously I'm only going to use probably one of the free transfers. I don't plan to use any of the chips. I think it's just a little bit too early for that so far. But we'll have a video later on the week looking in more depth at game week 2. Who we might want to bring in, who we're going to captain as well going forward. So that's it. Game week 1 is nearly over, barring that last game. So they set the tone for the early movers and shakers. Tell me in the comments who your game week captain was, or your biggest regret. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Next up, next video, Game Week 2 strategy. Also, if you haven't seen so far, in my other video series, I'm challenging ChatGPT-5 to have his own FPL team. He's running it entirely, all the way from team selection, transfers, wildcard picks, captain choices, etc, etc. See how he got on in his Game Week 1. That video will be out later on in the week, and what his plans are for Game Week 2 as well going forward. Till next time, goodbye.